Cut my life into pieces. This is my last resort. Suffocation, no breathing. Don't give a fuck if I cut my own bleeding. This is my last resort. Cut my life into pieces. I've reached my last resort. Suffocation, no breathing. Don't give a fuck if I cut my arm bleeding. Do you even care if I die bleeding? Would it be wrong, would it be right? If I took my life tonight, chances are that I might. Mutilation out of sight, and I contemplated suicide. Cause I'm losing my sight, losing my mind. Wish somebody would tell me I'm fine. Losing my sight, losing my mind. Wish somebody would tell me I'm fine. I never realized I was spread too thin, till it was too late and I was empty within. Hungry, feeding on chaos and living in sin. Downward spiral, where do I begin? It all started when I lost my mother. No love for myself and no love from another. Searching to find a lover on a higher level. Finding nothing but questions and devil. Cause I'm losing my sight, losing my mind. Wish somebody would tell me I'm fine. Losing my sight, losing my mind. Wish somebody would tell me I'm fine. Nothing's alright, nothing is fine. I'm running and I'm crying. I'm crying, I'm crying, I'm crying, I'm crying. Cut my life into pieces. This is my last resort. Suffocation, no breathing. Don't give a fuck if I cut my own bleeding. Cause I'm losing my sight, losing my mind. Wish somebody would tell me I'm fine. Losing my sight, losing my mind. Wish somebody would tell me I'm fine. Nothing's alright, nothing is fine. I'm running and I'm crying. I can't go on can't go on living this way. Nothing's
What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 65. This is a late Halloween show for all of you. Just due to the fact that we were really busy on Halloween for the last month of October. So we decided to do episode 65, a late Halloween show for you guys. We got some eerie stories to tell. Plus, Paralore's got some other stuff she still has to finish up, I believe.
Yeah.
And I do believe you have something new now.
Talk about
That or a new game.
game.
Thought it was right there.
Oh,
That.
that
Shut up, Peanut.
yeah, I'm still working on that. It's dream interpretations. I'm not quite done researching it yet. I mean, going through the book that I have right now. Once I'm done on the book that I'm reading, I can interpret it of what each thing means when I'm done reading it.
Yep. It'll be like a game. What she has written down is I'll be saying the name or I would be spelling the name to her, and then she would come up with stuff. Hey, our moderator's here.
Hey, Gloria.
Good evening, moderator.
What you drinking?
There it is. Got a few second delay between our YouTube studio and our other StreamYard studio with some time delays. Still working on that. I still can't get it right. But at least I'm trying. I'm also been watching the StreamYard community, and I've asked a few questions, but nobody's gotten back to me yet. Beer! That's what she says. Beer! So, yeah, hopefully I can get some answers and everything. Here it is. Beer. Watching The Simpsons, I take. Beer. But yeah. I did go back to 64 just at the beginning. And I was like trying to remember something, and I was like, okay, you gave a weird look that I forgot to mention on the show because of the intro music I had up there.
Oh.
Why did you give me that weird look? Like, what the fuck?
I didn't expect it. I thought I was going to hear Losing My Mind. So I didn't really expect it.
Okay. So that makes more sense. Because before we even came on 64, she went like that. I'm like, okay. Because the new song that we just played for the opening came out way after I already had 64 set up and everything. So that's why I didn't have that song yet. And so for tonight, I used that new song that came out after we did 64, and I threw it up here. Of course, it took me some time to get it perfect and right. And it was a pain in the rear end for her area where I had Happy Halloween behind it with a spider going down and a spider going back up, and having her picture come in and then like fade back out behind the word. That was a bitch. That took me almost 8 hours to do that. And I think that's the longest time I've ever worked on an opening intro for this show. Outside of that, trying to work on the intros, I've been getting dinged like crazy from this other company called Wisdom, and they want our show on their platform.
Really?
Yes.
For free?
Yes.
Okay.
I've talked with the person of Wisdom, and I explained to this person that, you know, if you watch one of our videos, and I'll send you a link, which I did, the person watched it. About 2 days later, I got dinged again.
Mm-hmm.
And this person says, fucking do it. I'm still thinking about it. I'm still thinking about it, but I'm not exactly sure if I want to do it.
Intros looked, it sounded great.
Yeah, that took me 8 hours to do. Literally.
That is the song Last Resort. I'm sure everybody listening knows who the fuck Papa Roach is.
Mm-hmm. I do.
When they were actually good. That was a cover of Last Resort by OnLap, which is a band that does free music for YouTube.
Oh, yeah. I love them.
And I'm
a huge fucking fan of them already.
I actually like OnLap's version a lot better than the original.
Yeah, because you could actually understand every single fucking lyric it says.
I think it's because I'm not quite sure which instrument it was with the original. I think it was either the bass guitar or the drums like overlapped each other. I think.
I think the entire instruments that they used overlapped the singer. Of course, with his voice, it's like, ah! It's like he has a chicken, a frog, a cat, and a dog in his throat when he sings. No offense. But that's what it sounds like. And you're like, what the hell is he saying? There's only like certain words, certain syllables, and certain construct words you can actually hear through the whole music, but then it's just like, what? So I'm a huge fan of OnLab, especially with the free music. Anytime I see one come out, I download it. Or I try
that you heard, but you don't like it.
Or I try to record it as YouTube is playing it so I can have it. But there was another one that came out, and I listened to the whole thing. I did not like it. I was like, nope, not downloading this one.
Well,
sorry.
Was Lonely?
Yeah.
Well, if they gave it a description of why they came up with the song. It's basically dealing with, it's like what people actually deal with every day. Which you can't really blame them for putting it out there.
No, I'm not saying that I'm blaming them. Don't get me wrong. It just, I did not like it.
It's not your coffee.
No. No. Warriors, yes. When I first heard that, I was like, holy shit. Then this one comes out, and it's like, why didn't he use the same female from Warriors for this song?
I think it was, but it was a different girl.
No, it was a different girl. And I was like, wow. Why couldn't they take the one from Warriors and put her on this song? Because Warriors is like fucking beautiful. You can actually hear every single word from both sides.
Yeah.
This one here is just like, depressing. Not worth listening to, not worth recording, not worth playing on a show. So I was like, no. I do have some other ones, but I think I played them before, but I think there was like two you didn't like.
I can't remember.
Let me see if I can pull up my docs here. Let's see. Which was it? The Edge.
Yeah.
You didn't like.
Have that one.
You didn't like.
I actually liked it. I have it on my phone.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Yeah, but when you didn't like it when I played it on an intro.
Oh.
That's one of them, and.
Well, Freak Like Me, I didn't like it.
But that one too, yeah, I just saw that. Freak Like Me, you did not like, and I tried that one time, and she did not like that one. So it's like, okay, so those two I have to leave off the show for entrances, but the rest I can do.
No, The Edge I actually do like. I don't mind that. Just not all the time.
Well, no, I'm not saying like all the time. Just like once in a while.
Yeah, I don't mind that one.
Let's see. I also have Red Skies, which I don't think I've done yet.
No.
So that might be the next show. And then I have one from a group called Dark Signal, which is also copyright-free music. And I have Drag Me to Hell.
Yeah, I got that one.
You have that one. Okay. I haven't played this on the show yet either. So I got that one to play and Red Skies by Dr. Disrespect to do for the upcoming shows and everything. But hopefully right now we can pop out more episodes this month, next month, if everything goes well.
Yeah.
Into the new year of 2023, which will be awesome. So, yeah, let's hope that happens correctly. Outside of that, YouTube is doing something new, and it won't be fully official yet until the 14th of this month, which is Monday, if I'm correct, without looking at the calendar behind me. we have a new YouTube handle that you guys can find the show a lot faster instead of seeing a bunch of bullshit things up in the search bar when you're on our YouTube page. And so far, I already have it going. It's already been saved because I registered it for it and it's free, which is awesome. I also did my other YouTube show that I'm trying to still get started, but I'm having issues of picking a certain day because there was one day I picked, but then I had to run out for an appointment that just pops up. I was like, you son of a bitches. And it was a long walk to and from, and I was sore. The first of this month, Paralore had to stay home because she had to wait for an important phone call.
That, and I wasn't feeling too good.
And she wasn't feeling well, so I had to run out practically all damn day. And then as I'm out, I get a text message from her, and she tells me that these people are fucking idiots. They said I was supposed to have an appointment on the 2nd, and then they say no. But yet I had the paperwork said it. I'm like, yeah. Did they give you a time?
No.
No.
They said they didn't have it in the system.
I'm like, shit. So I leave in the morning, come back from the first load I had to do, drop it off. Still nothing. I was like, okay, I need to go back out. I have to go do the second run. Not easy trying to do it just by yourself when you have to rush all the way downtown, which is like in a huge hole. Try to catch a bus to go on the opposite side of town again. Then come back to the hole and come back up here on basically a mountain. Drop stuff off. Anything? No. Back out. Back to the hole, catch a bus, go on the opposite side of town somewhere else, trying to find cat food for our 3 wonderful babies that you guys have seen on previous episodes. What I call lobster pots, big bitch pots. I had to find that for cheaper. Then I had to find some. What was the last thing I had to go find?
IBs.
Yeah, ibuprofens. And I had to go on the opposite side of town again. So it's like, oh, and then when I was just on my way to the opposite side of town trying to find ibuprofens, because we ran out like 3 days ago from the first. And then I get dinged. I'm like, okay, what's up? Next month on the 2nd at whatever time. I'm like, are you kidding me?
It was a fuck up.
I was like, oh my God.
It was a fuck up in their system.
Then I said, okay, well, now it's going to be the 2nd, the day after the 1st, which is usually payday. We're running around with our fucking heads cut off. I'm going to have to pay everything in one shot and do shopping in one shot. Not going to be fun.
I said,
hold on. Then Paralore says to me as I get in the door with loads of shit on me, and mind you, my right arm here is still fucked. Can't get surgery on it in this goddamn state. Carrying heavy stuff. I got a 22-pound bag of cat food on this shoulder. I got the big bitch pot over here holding it like this with like 4 or 5 bags here. Just like, ugh. 6 bags on this arm with the 22-pound cat bag. And she says, these fucking idiots came from a home state. I said, honey, No offense. But I think every single state has our hometown idiots and fucking morons. So it's like, ugh. I was exhausted. I was beat. I was tired. But I still went out and got dinner. So I had to go that way. Huh?
I went with you.
Yeah. So I had to go get dinner. Parallel decided to come to get some fresh air. And we had to walk on the other side of town just to get Chinese food from our favorite Chinese place and everything. And it had to walk all the way back. If you ever had a heat rash somewhere on your body by wearing jeans and the weather tells you it's going to be fucking shitty, but yet the temperatures decides, I have some over here, but yet the weather temperature decides to go up like in the fucking 90s on the day you're fucking running around, don't wear jeans. So as of right now, somewhere back here in my wall of crap, as I'm calling it, I have a note back there saying, if the weather says it's going to be shitty, but yet it's going to be about 90 fucking degrees, do not wear jeans. Big capital letters. Do not wear jeans. A little advice for you guys. And then got dinged again, which was kind of weird, of her wonderful brother.
Mm-hmm.
And he sent us a Halloween photo of him. Fortunately, I did not grab it out of my messenger on my phone to download it to the phone and put it over to the computer here. But it was funny. And the only thing inside of my head went, clown car, clown car. I'm like, are you kidding me? Is he trying to be Pennywise, it, or a rodeo clown?
Pennywise is it.
No, I'm not going from like Tim Curry's Pennywise to the new movie It 2.
Oh.
I was trying to go between all three of them.
Oh.
Was he trying to be Pennywise? Was he trying to be It, or rodeo clown? Rodeo clown. And I'm looking at the picture even more. I'm like, yeah, he's a rodeo clown.
He just said just a clown.
Yeah.
That's what he felt like.
I never thought I would ever see a picture or the day that her brother, my brother-in-law, also best friend, would look like a rodeo clown. So now every time Halloween comes around, I'm going to say, clown car, clown car. Every time. Hey, that'd be a cool for ringtone.
No, annoying.
Have his picture and the phone number in my phone and everything, and every time he calls me, all you hear is rodeo clown, clown car. But yeah, and then afterwards we found out that, was it one or two of our babies were sick?
Two of them.
Two of our babies were sick. So I stayed up the entire freaking night keeping an eye on our two babies until they were nice and healthy. Then what was it? Was it on the 2nd or was it today? That our littlest one, Monkey, that you guys normally hear in the background 500,000 times, putting his 2 cents in, had allergies like crazy.
Oh, it was yesterday, I think.
And I was like, what is going on? I didn't have none of my windows open. It was cold outside. And my littlest one is just sneezing up a storm. I was like, Jesus Christ. And then I'm watching the weather again. And not last night, but the night before, it got so foggy you could not see buildings around you whatsoever. Nope. I was like, holy shit. Did the night clouds just come down and just say, fuck you people?
Probably.
couldn't see anything. And then last night it happened again. But yet my phone says clear night sky with a thumbnail moon. Okay. Why am I looking at fog? I tell you, weather is fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
Then I started thinking, I was like, well, see, December is basically right around the corner.
Uh-huh.
And I kind of remember from 2016's December to last year's December. And it was like a roller coaster of hot, cold, really hot, really cold, to just normal weather where you can walk outside with shorts on. Wonder what this December's weather is going to be like.
I don't know.
Is it going to be like spring or summer? I have no clue due to the fact that I have so much clothes. That's spring, summer, fall. Not much for winter though, because I try to hibernate through wintertime. And I'm like wondering, what's this going to be? So I have like, what was it, 8 piles? Like 2 piles of spring clothes, 2.5 piles of summer, 1 pile of fall, and 3 piles of winter clothes, I think. So it's like, I'm wondering, which one should I start washing next this weekend? I can hear Paralore and my oldest cat, Gizmo, going, meow. It's like, oh no, Daddy's at it again. This is going to drive me bonkers. So, yeah. So, I guess
I do have a couple movie reviews that I've seen. One of them.
Oh, yeah. Let me just throw this in here. She was watching this movie. I'm not going to say the name of it, but she is. And I'm just like watching my own stuff, and I'm just like looking over. And I'm like thinking in my head, that is the crappiest screenshots I've ever seen. That is the crappiest movie ever done in whatever resolution it was. Then I see a couple of stories about the movie, and I'm like, wow. Trashed, disgraced, upchucking, and blasting.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, holy shit. I got 2 reports of this movie, but I didn't get a chance to actually send them to Paralore for her to read. But I can't wait to actually read these 2 articles to her and you guys, and then see what her POV on both of them are. I also want to know if you guys seen this movie after Paralore says it, and I want to know what your POV of the movie was.
Well, the first movie that I saw, because Paramike has been getting asked if we've seen Halloween Ends. A quick refresher for people.
Which is all out in Walmart. Was when I saw it was on the 1st of this month. Freaking crazy.
To refresh for people, Paramike is not really a horror fan. If it's classic horror films, he's a fan of. But newer version,
only the original classic horror films.
I know.
Okay, I'm talking from like Brimstone all the way up to the last black and white movie ever made.
In other words, he's a fan of the original Freddy Krueger, Robert Englund, he sort of is a fan of Friday the 13th, but when Kane Hodder started doing it, he became a fan of it. Halloween? That's a debate between him and my brother all day long. To where you would just want to say to both of them, shut the fuck up. Because that would be an all-day argument.
That is true.
Leprechaun.
That is so fucking true.
Leprechaun is sort of iffy. Leprechaun 3, he does like. He doesn't admit it, but he does. Simply because of the puns that Warwick Davis does in it.
No. See, with the puns from Warwick Davis and the Leprechaun, it's fucking hilarious.
Leprechaun 3.
It's Leprechaun itself. Anything that has Warwick Davis in it of Leprechaun, it's fucking awesome. He's hilarious.
Yeah, because he sees how dumb it is, but at the same time, he gets it.
Exactly. He's not a full blown comedian like we know.
No.
I mean, like George Carlin, full blown comedian. Carlos Mencia, full blown comedian. Jeff Dunham, full blown comedian.
Oh yeah.
Gabriel Iglesias, full blown comedian. Okay, and they know how to use double entendres, puns, and whatever.
Oh yeah.
Warwick Davis, though, is not considered a full-blown comedian, but he knows how to throw the concept of great puns better than these official comedians.
Oh yeah.
That's why I liked Leprechaun 3.
Chucky.
No.
He's not a fan of Chucky per se, but he's similar to me. Put it this way, when the reboot came out, even
fucking garbage.
Even Paramike said, "Are you kidding me?" That's shitting on the people that still do it. Even Paramike got pissed, and he's not a Chucky fan.
No. Because it's a fucking ripoff of My Buddy Doll, which was the Cabbage Patch thing.
Yeah.
That's all it is. That's all Chucky is. A fucking remake. A fucking remake of the My Buddy Doll from the Cabbage Patch Factory. That's it.
Well, he looks more like a Cabbage Patch than a My Buddy.
No, if you look at the eyes, the facial structure that was how the plastic was made, and the body size, okay? Then you go back and look at the My Buddy dolls.
Yeah. Way
before Brad Dourif came in to do Chucky under Don Mancini.
Yeah.
Okay? It's the same fucking stupid damn doll that's ugly as fuck, just a fucking ripoff, and a remake version.
Yeah,
just to put Chucky as him.
I know.
And that's where Paralore and I had the hugest fight ever of that. Her brother decides to jump in and tries to take my side at first. Then he bounces to her, back to me. He's like, you know what? Fuck the both of you. I'm gone. Her father gets in the middle of it, and he's like...
He's the only one that could get me to calm down.
He's right. You're wrong. Shut the fuck up and leave him alone. Because I was 100% right and her father was on my goddamn side for it. Her brother was sitting on a bar stool. And when he saw that, he fell on the floor just stunned. He looked like a fucked up mannequin when he hit the floor. Her aunt... her grandmother, and I think it was one of your cousins. I don't remember which.
I have a lot of them.
Just like were stunned that your father sided with me on the whole damn thing.
Yeah, he's not a horror fan either. Until I turned around and said, you know what, Dad? Why don't you go shut the fuck up and watch some Goodfellas some more? How about The Godfather?
Yeah, I sat through one of the movies with him watching The Godfather. I'm like, oh my God. I'm just sitting there thinking in my head, can I strangle myself or can I shoot myself? Which one would be quicker and faster? I'm not that type of person for those type of
I know.
movies per se, unless there's a mystery try to be solved.
Yeah.
That's kind of like me, but
Anywho.
I'm not going to bash Goodfellas at all because it was done perfectly.
Oh yeah, Joe Pesci, definitely.
But it's just not my thing.
I see
I actually thought with the way that was all put together was like it started off
that.
then it got a little bit into okay, it's starting to look like a mystery to be solved for about 3 seconds, and it just I was like, no.
Well, you have to admit the movie Casino was actually good. But Joe Pesci, come on.
I didn't see that one. The
You
only
didn't see Casino?
no, the only casino I saw was James Bond.
Oh,
That's the only casino I remember watching.
anyway.
Not the casino from the Goodfellas or Godfather or whatever it was. I did not see that one.
Oh,
I only saw the casino from 007 because it was Sean Connery at the time.
yeah.
And I'm a huge fan of Sean Connery. Or I should say, Sir Sean Connery. But due to the fact he passed away, I stopped watching any other James Bond movies after that.
Oh.
Because they got different people to try to play James Bond, and I just like, no. Oh, they're gonna do another casino, but it's called Casino Royale,
Yeah.
and I'm like, oh hell no, hell no. I bashed the people on Twitter about that shit a long time ago before my Twitter account got fucked.
Yeah, I know.
So yeah, I like movies that has a story, a plot, a mystery to try to be solved. I like action movies. I like movies like way back before my time that you could find on certain apps. Fortunately, most of them are not in English,
Yeah, I know.
and it's kind of frustrating when you have this option of CC on your app
Oh, yeah.
to actually click onto it and you can see the words pop up as they're speaking in their own language. It pisses me off, but I was watching like Ultraman that I used to see as a kid, but it was in English at the time, not Japanese. There's a few other ones I started watching, and then there's other Ultramans that came out that I did not know of, and I started watching them. But thank God for this app. They actually have the CC where you just click onto it and you can actually read each word that they're saying in their language into English CC style. So it's like, oh, okay, cool. Then I started watching the cartoon versions that I grew up with, the kid, of Transformers. Of course, I didn't know they made other versions because I thought Transformers were done with as I was growing up. So it was like, then I see this app and it was like, oh, Transformers. Okay, they got the original, they got a new version, they got another version, another version, another version. And somehow now they have Transformers, but in animals. I was like, what the hell? It's like, okay, this is going to be interesting to watch. So yeah, that's just me.
My rating, I did see Halloween Ends.
I did not pay attention to it.
Did not. I saw the plot to it, but at the same time, I thought it was a little bit confusing. Because it's, I can't spoil it. Spoiler alert. It's not Michael Myers doing majority of the killing at first until the fucking end of it. There is a plot to it. I did see there was a plot. There was a story base. I personally didn't think my brother was going to like it. I don't know if he's seen it yet. He's a huge Halloween fan. In other words, for a scenario, if they ever did a movie pairing of Chucky versus Halloween, Michael Myers, that would probably be the one time where we both would argue.
I will not be in the area when that happens.
Well, we wouldn't probably argue in it just to win his argument. He would probably try to wrestle me to the floor. But it wasn't that bad of a movie. Like, give it about 2.5. 2.5 stars. Because the plot was there. And the storyline itself was a little confusing, so that's why I gave it 2.5. The second movie I saw was Black Adam. I did see it in the theaters. I saw it through a movie app that I have on my phone. A free movie app. And I can honestly say I didn't like it. Simply because they kind of made the character The Rock was doing almost like a sarcastic jerk, but really, at first he was like not, his character wasn't getting the area around him. And throughout the movie, he starts being sarcastic. A sarcastic jerk. The end of the movie, he's still sarcastic, but he's not that big of a jerk. Like he had an awakening of some sorts. And instead of him saying, I actually remember the line, "What do we call you?" Instead of saying Black Adam, they just zoom in on Dwayne The Rock's face and fade it to black. That's a turnoff for me. That's a big turnoff for me. The graphics looked very, very cartoonish. Too much CGI. I mean, if you're going to have CGI in a freaking action movie, whether it's DC or Marvel, okay, but don't use so much CGI. It doesn't even look relatable or realistic. I give it 0. In other words, if I had to choose between watching that again and Babadook, reboot of Chucky, or a zombie movie, I would probably go to a zombie movie. And I'm not really much of a zombie fan. Sorry for some people who might get a little shocked. It's good that some people have that genre out there, but not a zombie fan.
Bet you they're all probably yelling at the screen, "Save the soul!"
And yes, I have been watching the Chucky series. I have been watching season 2. I have to wait at least a couple days for each episode to come out on the app that I watch it on. And yes, I do like the series. And I like the second season very much. And speaking of emails, I ended up out of the blue getting an email from a known wrestling company, which I showed Paramike and he thought it was hilarious.
I fell off the bed.
It was from WWE, which I called Alcatraz before Vince Jr. retired, asking me if I still want a shot. I don't know who sent me the email. It could have been Paul Levesque himself, or it could have been someone that works for him. I said, hold on. I haven't wrestled in 5 years. I haven't wrestled since 2015, since I had an injury. And I can't get no doctors down here in my area to clear me. I said, well, what exactly is the injury? I got a herniated disc, and I got a dislocated herniated disc on each side. You said in the upper back, middle. I go, no, it's in the lower back where one wrong move I can get paralyzed. They said, have you been getting treatment for it? Yeah, but I haven't seen that doctor in going on 3.5 years now. He's dropped my insurance out of the blue, and no one knew he was dropping the insurance. So I've been kind of suffering with it. My regular physician doesn't give me shit. He suggested pain management, but I tried that before, which he has in my records, and that didn't work out too well. They said, well, if we can get our doctors to take a look at you and see what you need and to help you, would you give us a shot? I I didn't know how to respond, so I showed it to Mike, the conversation. And he's like, are they for real? They should already know what you stand on. When I said, well, look, if I did take this shot, and what you're saying is true, would my stuff that I created be done the way I created it? Because you look at me, I'm not someone that's a blonde. No offense. I'm not a blonde. I function well in the ring against men. That's how I trained. That's how I wrestled. Me against a female, it would not work. And believe me, your female division needs a bit of a help. I mean, the only thing going good is Rhea Ripley, and don't get me started on her. What she's doing is good. She's coming to her own, but here's just one thing. I'm going to elaborate. She is not China. What I was doing was similar to China. You're trying to make Rhea Ripley look like the modern version of China. That's shit that I was doing. The only thing is, Rhea Ripley is not getting in the ring against the guy. She's just doing it in the outside. I did it in the ring. They said, well, we're completely open for you to come in and wrestle the men. We got plenty of takers. Yeah, and who would I get paired with? Because mine clearly says I'm paired with somebody. He said, well, I go, do you remember a guy that went by the name Alexander Hawthorne? He said, yeah, we do remember him. I go, he's not on the planet of the living. That's my brother. I have two brothers. If you have my stuff from when I was in Florida, you should already know. They said, yes, we still have your stuff. Wait, you still have my footage? Then why the fuck was I blackballed?
And all we heard was this. If it worked.
Yeah.
That's all we heard was fucking crickets.
And
it was also kind of funny too, because when you and I both heard crickets,
yeah,
outside of our window at home, we heard this. And then 2 minutes later, we heard this one.
Oh my gosh.
I was like, what the hell?
I
I
said,
was like, that was perfect timing.
and I said, I know you ain't making fun of me right now. Because one thing you don't want to do is give me a live mic, because I will bash every single motherfucker up in the back.
Run!
They said, well, the person that had a problem with what you were doing and possibly had a problem with you is no longer working for the company. I went, yeah, and what does that mean with the price of tea in Japan? I mean, do I think about trying to get back into the ring? Yes. Do I still see myself being back in the ring? Yes. Do with my storyline? So people actually know me? Yes. But if a doctor's not clearing me, what's the point on trying? They said, well, we could definitely send some of our doctors down where you live.
And don't forget there's one person saying no.
And we can go from there. I said, yeah, I get cleared. I start my storyline. Who is supposed to be portraying the person that's supposed to be portraying my second brother? Damian Priest? He doesn't even come close. And don't even say Finn Balor. Finn Balor is good at what he does. Very good. But there's no way he could do it. They said, well, with that part of the storyline, everybody knows that Alex is no longer around, which is unfortunate. I went, yeah, that was told to me before that would have to be changed. That was told to me before. They said, yeah, it would still have to be changed, but look on the bright side. We do have a Hall of Famer that could portray the one that you idolized. I'm sorry, what? What Hall of Famer that I idolize could try to portray a fucking Roddy Piper? I met him. Didn't like Laurinaitis either. I knew who fucking Laurinaitis was. Of course, my boss had to tell me. They said, well, we do have Edge. He's already in a storyline. Why put him in another storyline on top of another storyline? That does not make sense. What, you try to go, oh, that's Edge's long lost sister? Is that what you're planning on? Not saying I probably wouldn't fall for it, but I know one person that would not fall for it. And that's my other brother.
Yeah, and I do have his picture now on this computer of him in his Halloween costume. I also forgot to say happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary, bro.
He was married on Halloween.
You took my idea.
Yeah.
Shit. I love you, bro.
Yeah. Oh, where is it? Hang on. Okay. Stop it. Here's the picture of him in Halloween.
Nothing wrong with that, though.
I first looked at him like, okay, either he's Pennywise, Tim Curry, It, from the god awful movie It 2, and It, or a rodeo clown where I was just doing what I said earlier. So yeah, and
They said, well, we could probably talk to your other brother if you would like.
which is the one dressed in the clown. He's up north.
He's in Rutland, Vermont. And I actually plan on moving in the next couple of years, so I don't know how this would work. He is highly against me even getting back in the ring because of what happened to my back. And I don't think there'd be any way you'd be able to convince him that that wouldn't happen. So I can't. As much as it pains me to say it, I can't. Not saying I don't have any more left in my tank. Believe me, I do. But the way my back is, it's acted up more. And even my regular physician stated because of the damage to your lower back is why you're not getting cleared. When it comes to wrestlers, it's usually their knees or their backs that start to go. Yours, I'm surprised it lasted as long as it did.
When I heard that, I'm thinking to myself, it's like, let's see. It's a 25 and 25 right there. Due to the fact it's still a flip-flop. But to me, I really think it's what's not up here anymore is already gone after the first year.
Yeah.
And I know somebody would agree with me on that one.
I know, he would. Anywho, let's get into the stories here. We have
stories. Let's get a big round of applause for that one.
Well, this is something that Paramike sent me. Hopefully I still did. Hidden cemetery in Disney's Haunted Mansion attraction. Disneyland is a magical place where fairy tales come to life. But there's one part of the park that we hope remains just a story. The Haunted Mansion attraction has been spooking guests for over 50 years. But there's an intriguing hidden secret that many people don't know about. And I got to show on a picture of what the Haunted Mansion used to look like back in 1978 on a postcard. The Haunted Mansion attraction is one of the most popular attractions at multiple Disney locations. It's the only ride to be found in 5 different locations around the world, including California, Hong Kong, Tokyo, Paris, and Florida. The first one in California opened to the public in 1969. It was one of the last attractions that were overseen in part by Walt Disney himself. As soon as it opened, the Haunted Mansion became the topic of legend and mystery. The story behind the attraction is steeped in murder, deceit, and suicide, which made some guests begin to question if the tale was based on fact or not. The ride was fun and spooky. It quickly became a huge success. Shortly after, a new addition to the grounds of the Haunted Mansion added even more mystery to the ride. It's not only a secret at the Haunted Mansion. All of Disneyland is filled with little Easter eggs that guests have to search for. The Haunted Mansion has more than one secret that some visitors might not know about. One of these is a quiet spot inside the mansion that's perfect for studying. Donny Osmond took lessons there during the filming of The Wonderful World of Disney, The Haunted Mansion in 1970, which also featured Kurt Russell. There was a room on the second floor of the Haunted Mansion in a small corner that was not being used for the ride, he explained. That was where I had schooled with my teacher during filming. I'm pretty sure that I'm the only person that can claim that the Haunted Mansion was my schoolhouse, and that's why it was still my favorite ride. There are pet gravestones. In the 1980s, a pet cemetery was installed on the west side of the Haunted Mansion structure that was only visible to those who used the wheelchair-accessible entrance on the side of the ride. The cemetery was said to be thought of by the Imagineer Kim Irvine, who is the daughter of the late Imagineer Leota Toombs. Toombs was actually the inspiration for Madame Leota in the Haunted Mansion attraction. The secret pet cemetery features gravestones for a variety of pets, including a skunk named Stripey, a frog named Bully, a dog named Big Jake, Miss Kitty the cat, Penny the elephant, and an unmarked grave that is meant to commemorate all of the pets who have died without a burial. New cemetery distracts from the original. The secret pet cemetery was well hidden, but was a favorite of guests who were able to catch a glimpse. In 1993, a new pet cemetery was installed near the main entrance's ride Quo, so that more guests could enjoy the macabre feature of the mansion. As the newly installed cemetery gained more attraction, the original pet burial area became less visited. Today, it's unclear whether the original pet cemetery has been removed or not. In past years, it was only accessible to cast members who work at the park. Some cast members were willing to take visitors to see the cemetery, but only if you caught them on a good day. If the pet cemetery does still exist, one might be able to convince a friendly cast member to take them in for a peek. That's all that was about. That's what that mess was about here.
So not really much of what I thought it would be.
Nope.
I mean, Disney is not the only one that has the haunted house.
No.
I believe when Riverside Theme Park was still around, we had a haunted house there called the Haunted Mansion, I believe.
Don't remember.
Or was that Six Flags? There's one or two, but
I don't remember.
I think there's one too many haunted mansions or haunted houses in theme parks for this type of shit.
Mm.
Just saying.
Next up, Planner Hassett Island to have episode on ghost hunters. Parkersburg, West Virginia. Blennerhassett Island Historical State Park is seeing more coverage come out for its potentially paranormal activity. The island will be the focus of an episode of Ghost Hunters. The show will be looking into the claims of supernatural experiences happening on the island. Everything from sights of Native Americans, including Delaware Nation Chief Nema Cullen, to findings of a little girl in the mansion often seen by children visiting the state park. The state park superintendent Craig Piles says that this episode has the potential to bring in more tourism to the area, including with how paranormal tourism has worked for other areas of West Virginia and the Mid-Ohio Valley. Paranormal tourism is a growing field, says Piles. We just have to look to the south of Parkersburg to Point Pleasant with the Mothman and how much tourism that brings in there. Marietta, with the meeting of two rivers, has a lot of spiritual energy, they say. So that brings people into Marietta. People coming into Parkersburg for paranormal experiences. And it's just on a growing tourism market that the state and the Blennerhassett Island is tapping into. And you pretty sure it's already passed. You could see the Ghost Hunters episode on that. Let's see, on a Saturday at 9 p.m. on the Travel Channel. Let's see, this was on October 21st. So yeah, that's already passed. Well, we're going back into the horror movie phase. Chris Jericho, if you don't know who Chris Jericho is, you clearly have been under a rock and need to come out from that rock. Chris Jericho, horror movie making fans puke, pass out, and go to the hospital. Chris Jericho has made a career out of upsetting wrestling fans with his heel antics on television. But his new slasher movie, Terrifier 2, has been upsetting audiences in theaters in an entirely different manner. According to Entertainment Weekly, the gory feature, which revolves around a supernatural mass-murdering clown named Art, has caused people to faint and throw up at recent screenings. However, the film's reputation hasn't hurt its box office performance, as it grossed $1 million over the weekend on the back of a $250,000 budget. As noted by EW writer-director Damien Leone, has described the reactions as a badge of honor. At the same time, he hopes that no one gets hurt watching Terrifier 2. It said that viewers should know what they're getting themselves into beforehand. The first movie is an unpleasant experience after all, but Leone also claimed that Terrifier 2 is more accessible. How fans are reacting to Terrifier 2. Some audience members have backed up the puking stories on social media. Hashtag Terrifier 2. My friend passed out and the theater called an ambulance. Highly recommended. One Twitter user wrote, while sharing a photo of paramedics tending to their buddy. Another Twitter user described the film as a gory mess and shared a story about another moviegoer who passed out. Elsewhere, another person had to leave because they didn't feel good. Jericho, who plays a character named Burke, wanted to be part of Terrifier 2 after enjoying the first film. He was in the film. Leon told EW, Jericho reached out to Art the Clown actor David Howard Thornton and had him on his podcast. Then he got in touch with me and he said, hey man, if I could ever be involved in part 2 somehow, I'd love to. Jericho can add being part of a controversial movie to his list of recent victories, along with extended his AEW contract. Okay. I'm going to say this. Did people who say they're diehard horror fans become fucking pussies? I've seen Terrifier 2 recently. I didn't know Jericho was in it. I might have to go back and see it. But how can you say, oh, you're going to go watch a horror movie and then go, oh, it's too gory. I want to pass out. I want to leave. Sounds like a bunch of fucking Nancy-ass pansies. My God. We got something from the Food Network. Most haunted restaurant in every state. Yes, there is such a thing as haunted restaurants, people. Ever been joined by an uninvited guest at dinner or swore you saw something out of the corner of your eye? It could be that your favorite local watering hole or eatery is haunted. These spooky haunts across the country are serving up spirited hospitality with the side of thrills and chills. The Walker House in Wisconsin. Started as a cave carved out of limestone and sandstone rock by Cornish miners who used space to live and work in the 1820s. In 1836, the miners expanded it into a small stone house, then a 15,000 square foot block long 3-story building in the late 1850s. The Walker House fed and lodged travelers coming off the train at the Mineral Point Depot across the street. These days, diners can stop in for a lunch on Fridays and Mondays in 2 of the original caves. You want to go eat in the cave?
Cool.
The front patio and the restored Cornish pub. Sup on Cornish beef pastries.
Yuck.
A handheld meat pie that traditionally sustained miners through long workdays, or modern interpretations such as a gyro-inspired pastry. Be sure to leave some pastry crust on your plate to appease the Tommyknockers. Elf-like ghosts who perpetrated, purportedly live in the caves. If they're not the only specters here, but they're not the only specters there. Co-owner Kathy, oh God, I'm butchering this one. Vaila Court says that psychics and paranormal investigators have identified 22 ghosts throughout the Walker House's colorful history. There's William Caffey, who has been sighted looking for his head. He was allegedly hanged nearby. The Lady Black, who helped President Lincoln write his Gettysburg Address. The little girl in blue running in the hallway looking for her room. And the ghost cat sunning himself in the west windows. Meow. Lemp Mansion Restaurant and Inn, Missouri. The Lemp Mansion in St. Louis is a popular lunch spot as well as a dinner destination, but it excludes its full Victorian charm and classic Surrey feel. But the mansion's dark side is a well-known phenomenon.
Do 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 do.
Phenomenon.
Do 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 do.
Phenomenon.
Do 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 do.
Among St. Louis locals and ghost hunters alike. Lemp Mansion was actually on Ghost Adventures.
Ghost Adventures and Ghost Hunters. And I also think it was also Ghost Hunters International.
I don't know.
I'm not 100% sure, but I think it was one time.
Paranormal investigators have reported disembodied voices, sightings of otherworldly figures, and EVPs. That's electronic voice phenomenon.
Do 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 do.
Recordings of all kinds. The origins of the activity are unknown, but many speculate that the series of Lemp family tragedies might have something to do with it. Visitors have also reported feeling overcome with uneasiness and melancholy and discovering unexpected figures, orbs, and shadows in photographs that weren't present at the time they were taken. Despite all this, the Lemp Mansion remains a beloved St. Louis treasure and dining spot. Several dishes on the menu are named for Lemp family members. Try the Steak Charles, named for Charles Lemp, which rolled in Italian breadcrumbs is topped with the city's beloved provolone cheese, mushrooms, and a white wine lemon butter sauce.
Meow.
Wash it down with a lavender lady martini.
I'll pass.
A blueberry vodka and black raspberry liqueur.
Triple bypass.
Number named for Lillian Lemp, the first wife of William Billy Lemp Jr., who gave her nickname due to her pendant for wearing purple. King's Tavern in Mississippi. When Chef Regina Charbonneau, husband and son opened Charbonneau Rum Distillery in their hometown of Natchez. Sorry, words are hard. The property included King's Tavern, an original tavern in a 1789 building. She loved the building's bones, but she did, and rustic brick floors, and after restoring it, added her own touches, like communal picnic tables and a bar made from used whiskey barrel steps. When she bought the building, she hoped that her tavern would be known for its craft cocktails and scratch-made fare, not for the myth of Madeline the ghost. That King's Tavern was also on Ghost Adventures. Still, she concedes that there must be something to it. Folks have gotten locked in the upstairs bathroom, which has no lock, and refrigerator doors have opened on their own accord. Ricky Woolfolk, the tavern's bar manager, has the video to prove it. Charbonnier's signature dishes are earning a cult-like following of their own. Try the peppered brisket flatbread or the chicken pot pie with bacon thyme biscuit crust. Natchez is the biscuit capital of the world, after all. The Whitney, Michigan. The Whitney, a palatial building of Woodward Avenue, is a portal to the past in Midtown Detroit. It was built as a private residence in 1893, and after various users over the years, was transformed into the Whitney Restaurant in 1987. On the mansion's first floor, you can sup on the signature beef Wellington in the music room, or head upstairs to the Ghost Bar for dessert and clever cocktails such as the Witching Hour, a martini with a touch of sweetness. Despite its moniker, Paranormal Activity isn't limited to the Ghost Bar.
Can I just throw something out here
Yeah.
on your behalf?
Uh-huh.
Since you mentioned the word witching hour,
Yes.
can you please define that whole goddamn thing, since everybody else keeps saying that the witching hour is at 3 a.m.?
No. The witching hour is at midnight. The devil's hour is 3 a.m.
Now, the reason why I had to stop and put this out there is because Paralor's been watching some other paranormal YouTubers,
Oh, yes.
bunch of yapping fucking beanie babies that don't know shit, keep saying that the witching hour is at 3 a.m. and that the devil's hour is at midnight.
No.
Now, as far as I did a little research into it, Halloween just passed.
Yes.
And I remember in season 3 of Ghost Adventures, when they did their live special
Yes.
from West Virginia, that Zach said that it's midnight and it's the devil's hour.
I think he meant because it had just turned Halloween.
Now,
Halloween's considered by some people devil's hour, being like the devil's day.
right. I was gonna get into that, but it's just because the reason why I'm doing this is because Halloween is once a year.
Yeah.
Midnight, everybody knows that it's the devil's hour.
Yeah.
And that it's supposed to go from midnight to daybreak, correct? For the devil's hour on a Halloween.
Something like that.
Okay. But now it's like every time Paralore watches a certain paranormal video, or I watch a paranormal video on YouTube, they always keep saying that the witch's hour is at 3 a.m. And it kind of pisses me off.
Pisses me off too. And I'm a witch.
And it's like, I wish these blathering idiots that have no fucking brain cells or a brain would learn that the witching hour is not 3 a.m. That is the devil's hour. Because 333 is the devil.
Mm-hmm.
Witch's hour, which is at midnight, is 666.
Yeah.
Also known as Mark of the Beast, I guess. I still can't figure that one out.
I can't either.
And it's like, it pisses me off just to hear that. I feel like it's bashing everybody else that understands that midnight is the witch's hour, 3 a.m. is the devil's hour, and none of these people say anything about that.
Because I don't.
Which
think
is kind of weird.
I don't think anybody's corrected them.
Yeah, all these blathering idiots needs corrections on certain areas that like ghost hunters have done, ghost adventures have done, and it's like it blows everything out of proportion. I mean, just like what was it, last night or the night before? You were watching one, and they were saying a bunch of shit that was not even fucking true. That pissed me off.
That was the other night or something. I don't know. I don't remember.
That really pissed me off. How they saying, oh, there was this person, there was this person, there was this female, there was this baby, this child, this, and that. And there was no truth to it.
Hmm.
And where these blathering morons were at is where Ghost Adventures was at.
A lot of them go to where Ghost Adventures was at.
And it's like most of the truth is there. Others is not. Huh?
Which is...
Hang on, I'll put this up on screen.
Oh, yeah. Which is our 12 a.m. to 1. Devils, 3 a.m. to 4.
Okay. Thank you for the clarification, our
Thank
moderator.
you, Gloria.
Well, anyways, it's like, it's ridiculous.
I know.
And then, earlier I mentioned season 3 of Ghost Adventures at, in West Virginia.
Oh, yes.
At this hugest freaking building that's nothing but made of stone.
Yeah, Mason.
And it's like, are the owners still there from season 3, or did it change hands finally to somebody else?
Changed.
And they just fucked up the whole story.
I don't know.
Because I was literally trying to watch something on my phone, and my ear just like tuned in for some reason, just to listen to this whole thing, and it's like, what the fuck?
Well, I've noticed some places that Ghost Adventures was at to YouTubers that are investigators,
So-called.
that go to the same places that they've gone to. They're not the same tour guides. They're new people. So whatever is relayed to them that they relay back to other people, if they're not given certain information, that's not really the tour guide's fault.
Oh, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it's like what they're told is fine to tell investigators, but it has to be the fucking truth about a place. But then you just don't go on and on and on and then start fabricating bullshit out of your mouth.
I know. Well, plus there's also look at the fact of other people that gone in there. They've probably gotten different stuff that they relate back to the tour guides. So the tour guides are going on.
Yeah, but
Like some places that are abandoned, that are for ghost tours.
right.
Those places have gotten broken into, which I love to put my foot in the asses of people that do that.
Oh, I would too. I'd throw them right in front of a fucking speeding car and use them as a speed bump.
The people that do that, they end up making people like myself, which is I am a full-blown witch.
Mm-hmm.
Gloria knows that. And a real fucking powerful one too. Don't piss me off.
Just like a moderator, the elder.
My brother too.
Sometimes I wonder a little bit, but that's okay.
People that break into places that are haunted, they end up doing either like rituals, or they think they know how to do a ritual,
Mm-hmm.
or they use the common Ouija board, satanic worship, which I'm not a fan of, because it gives people like me a bad name. People that do that, they don't know what they're letting in through that circle. They 9 times out of 10, these people don't, with no brain cells, don't close it. They just leave it.
Yeah.
So
We've seen Zach do that a few times.
yeah, but
And
Zach's,
Ghost Adventures.
Yeah,
And
but-
Patty.
Yeah, I know, but Zach's even when Zach does that, he does it to see what happens. And 9 times out of 10, his assumption's right.
Yeah, I know, which is fucking perfect. I'm not bashing him for that. It's just that, there's times he forgot to shut him down.
Yeah, I know.
Patty did it a couple of times, I think, when we were watching the shows.
No, she didn't forget to shut anything down.
There was
told
one
her-
there was one episode that she did forget to shut that down. I don't remember which one, but I remember seeing that before.
I don't know either.
Oh, it was the George Hodel episode.
George Rodell?
Yeah.
No, she didn't forget to shut it down. Zach told her leave it open. So that's actually Zach's fault. She wanted to close the circle down after she did it, but Zach wanted to see what else they could capture. So that's not really Patty's fault.
Okay.
Anywho, the elevator, this is back at the Whitney, Michigan. The elevator has been known to move from floor to floor with no riders in it. And several guests have spotted a crying woman dressed in white in the 3rd floor ladies' lodge. Even the owner's son had an unexpected memento from his bachelor party there. A ghostly apparition caught in a group photo. Can't get enough thrills and chills? Check out the Whitney's monthly paranormal dinners or special ghost adventures events during Halloween week. Not Ghost Adventures the show, but their paranormal events. The Golden Lamb in Ohio. Jonas Seaman. That's what he said.
That's what she likes.
Founded the Golden Lamb in 1803 in the newly settled town of Lebanon, with the $4 license to operate a house of public entertainment. He couldn't have fathomed that 2 centuries later it remained a community gathering place that's earned the nickname Lebanon's Living Room. But living locals aren't the only fans. Several spirits are still said to roam the rooms of the restaurant and hotel. There's Clement L. Oh God, I'm butchering this up. Val Landingham.
If you can't say it, just spell it.
A renowned U.S. congressman from Ohio who accidentally shot himself in the room that now bears his name. How do you accidentally shoot yourself?
Safety was off. Poof!
Oh, shit.
Ohio Supreme Court Justice Charles R. Sherman, who suddenly died at the age of 41, and a little girl who is believed to either be the spirit of Sarah Stubbs, who lived at the Golden Lamb as a child, or Elisa Clay, the daughter of politician Henry Clay, who fell ill and perished there. The Golden Lamb's signature dishes are just as storied. Try the locally famous sauerkraut balls. A nod to the region's German heritage, in which pork and beef are combined with savory kraut.
I'm sorry.
Seasoned with a proprietary blend and roasted, then served with cocktail sauce and house mustard for dipping. Be sure to save room for a slice of Sister Lizzie's shaker sugar pie, a buttery brown sugar nutmeg number that's been served there since 1927. Four Quarter Bar, Arkansas. Though Dive Bar, Four Quarter Bar opened in 2016. It's housed in a North Little Rock building that has been home to bars at various points since the early 1900s. Four Quarter Bar quickly earned a reputation for its live music, bar food, and strong drinks. But the libations aren't the only thing that are spirited there. Bar goers have glimpsed women in old clothing, who then disappear, and have heard someone in the bathroom speaking in ancient-sounding dialect. Even delivery drivers have had encounters, witnessing chairs move and sinks turn on by themselves. Check the faucet, maybe it might be defaulty. Staff can also attest to the building's spookiness, observing shelves fly off behind the bar during service, and an old whiskey bottle that has repeatedly been crashing down. Happily, the creative comfort food menu is more thrills than chills. Dishes featured local pork, such as pulled pork, hash and cheese stuffed smoked meatloaf, are a sure bet, but come late night, the kitchen's open until 1:30 in the morning. You can't beat a spam, egg and cheese sandwich, or a greasy, in the best way possible burger. No, thank you. Chicago Chop House, Illinois. Heard of it. What's the matter? Just Gizmo.
No, your other son.
Oh.
Since you mentioned all that food, he's over here licking his chops in the other old podcast chair. All I'm hearing is
Chicago Chop House, Illinois. Heard of it? You've been there. Been to Chicago anyway.
I have, but I don't think that was there when I was a teenager.
Before it became a Tony Steakhouse.
That I remember.
Okay.
I remember Tony's Steakhouse. My cousin took me there one time. Her and her husband.
Okay. Before it became a Tony Steakhouse, the Chicago Chop House's historic brownstone building was a single-family residence in the Minier family. Robert Minier was an electrician who first made local headlines when he was credited for keeping the Alice Stafford, a steamer ship he was working on, from exploding in the middle of Lake Michigan. Though he prevented one tragedy, his family wasn't spared. In 1906, his 9-year-old daughter Florence passed away. And his spirit is said to still roam the building. Staff and diners alike have heard a child crying, witnessed wine glasses flying off the bar and shattering on the floor, and seen lights turn on and off on their own. Sightings have taken place all times of the day of all 3 levels of the restaurant. But staff say your best bet for a sighting is in the evening on the 3rd floor. For a guaranteed spirit-forward night, snag a seat in the 1st floor lounge during happy hour and pour an old-fashioned with a round of prime rib sliders topped with horseradish cream.
Oh.
For a full-on steakhouse experience, opt for the wet-aged. That's what he said.
That's what she likes.
42-ounce porterhouse or a Lux surf and turf, starring a hand-cut tomahawk ribeye paired with the maned lobster tails sautéed in black truffles.
Now I want a lobster.
Be sure to pursue some of the 1,400 photos hanging on the walls, depicting iconic Chicago sports, entertainment, and political personalities. Oh, God. Brick and ash. I'll give you a hint. I'll say it again because I can tell you're thinking. Brick and ash.
Sounds like a 1920 fire at the Chicago movie theater.
It's not. Ass and shits.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I have to throw this one in here for this. Give me a second. Where is it? There it is. Oh, it didn't play. What the hell? There it is.
That's right. Brick and Ash is in Massachusetts, which I call ass and shits. Since it opened in 2016, Brick and Ash has quickly earned legions of fans among Newburyport locals for its creative bar food, live music, and games. But Lucinda was here long before any of that fanfare. Rumor has it that back when the building was a brothel, she was pushed down a flight of stairs to her death. Ow. She has haunted the place since at least the 1970s, when the building housed a restaurant called 10 Center. Its employees still recall experiencing glasses randomly shattering and temperatures drastically dropping in certain parts of the building. Brick and Ash's bar manager, Sean O'Connor, has reported getting the chills explicably, seeing lights flickering and dimming on their own, and hearing footsteps on the infamous stairway. Despite these eerie escapades, Brick and Ash maintains a warm, family-friendly pub atmosphere with an inviting courtyard patio and an upstairs game area outfitted with shuffleboards, dartboards, and pool tables. From the menu, don't miss shareable appetizers like soft pretzels with beer cheese. Ugh. And I can tell you one thing, it ain't Guinness. That's right, I used to drink Guinness. Or the smoked chicken wings. Raise a glass to toast the lady of the house with the Lucinda. A bracing riff of a gin and tonic punctuated with fresh lime and basil. Old Town Pizza and Brewing in Oregon was founded in 1974 in the lobby of the Merchant Hotel, one of Portland's oldest buildings. Place your order at the window, formerly the hotel's reception desk, for signature pies like the OG House Special, which stars pepperoni and homemade Italian sausage. But don't be surprised if Nina, pronounced Nina, joins you for a slice. She's been around for over a century and is often spotted donning a black dress. She's been known to wander the basement. One delivery driver asked to be taken off the brewery's route after seeing her here. Wuss.
Pathetic.
Or observing diners if she gets really close. You might catch a whiff of perfume. Despite the Merchant Hotel being an upstanding institution in town, it was also known for its prostitution. Local legend has it that one of the working girls, Nina, was murdered and left in the elevator shaft, which is now the backdrop of one cozy booth in the back of the restaurant. Pay homage to Nina with the ghost pie, in which beer marinated chicken sits atop an Alfredo sauce base scattered with roasted red pepper and mushrooms. Ear in New York. Established in 1817. In the historic James Brown House, the Ear Inn is one of the oldest operating bars in New York City, even during Prohibition, when it became a speakeasy. By the time it reopened post-Prohibition, it had earned a reputation as boys' club for sailors to eat, drink, and gamble. The upstairs was known as many things over the years, including a boarding house, brothel, and a doctor's office. But the ground floor still upholds the Ears Tavern tradition as a gathering place, serving up food, drinks, and merriment. A few friendly specters have been known to make their presence known too, including Mickey, who for the last century has been waiting for his clipper ship to come into the harbor. The Ear is best known for its burgers, but there's plenty more on the stepped up pub grub menu. Try saying that 3 times. Including dishes such as smoked rainbow trout and confit duck legs.
It's actually pronounced confit duck legs.
Whatever. Okay, I need a break.
Okay. Do an applause for that one. Yes, I try to add sound effects in here tonight.
Huh?
I'm trying to add some sound effects in here tonight
It's okay.
as much as I could. But I got a couple stories myself. So let's see. Let's see what we can do here. Because I finally got my second camera set up tonight. Which we're going over. Yeah. Oh. I guess I got to turn on the light. Yeah, where is it? Yeah. Not fun. Okay, there we are. It's a little bit better. Well, for my stories, which is kind of interesting, ghost stories surrounding Haunted Lake in Georgia are beyond creepy. There's a whole town that was buried by this lake. When most of us think about lakes, we think about having fun in the sun. Stupid phrase. Spending the day on a boat. No, thank you. I hate boats and I hate flying. You know the usual things, but obviously, water safety is important and dangerous things can happen in open bodies of water like that. No shit. So maybe we should be less surprised that certain lakes are also considered haunted. Well, so far we already know about Lake Mead, haunted. People are doing paranormal shows of Lake Mead since there's barely any water left, and finding a bunch of stuff. One in particular is located in Georgia, and there is a video on a social media app called TikTok. It's explaining why. She's talking about Lake Lanier, which is located just north of Atlanta, and the horrifying path that plunges it. Unfortunately, I can't play the video, so I'm sorry about that. The lake was formed over a town that fully flooded to the point that it no longer exists. Well, of course, that's what happens when water covers a whole entire town. It was fully submerged in water. That means that at the bottom of the lake, things like bridges and cars can be found. It sounds pretty cool, but it's also very sad. And with a history like that, there's no surprise that people have reported seeing ghosts there. Well, they're probably trying to learn how to swim. Who knows? For example, one story she told was about two girls who were driving over the Lake Lanier Bridge when they lost control of the car. They both died, unfortunately, but one of the girls' bodies wasn't found for more than 30 years after the accident. And a ghost known as the Lady of the Lake, oh great, we're going to King Arthur shit now, has been known to haunt the area ever since. This isn't even scratching the surface, though. People familiar with the area had a lot of stories of their own to share in the comments. One says, I got stranded on there in a houseboat and had to get rescued after midnight. It was so weird and so crazy The worst energy I've ever felt, one person wrote. Sounds spooky to us, right? And maybe a lake that's better off being avoided. Yeah, this is why you don't go out on a lake in the dark. Now, we've all talked about Lake Mead and how it's been looking. We can see it on Google Maps and stuff like that. And we can see other paranormal people going out there, yapping beanie babies as well, going out there, doing their searching and stuff, whatever. You have the national park recreations out there. You also have the Lake Mead Police Department and whoever else in law enforcement going out there and discovering new shit. And we only thought that Lake Mead was the only area losing water. Well, the mighty Mississippi River is doing the same thing now. It is so low, people are walking to a unique rock formation rarely accessible by foot. A little bit of a twist here. Tower Rock, a massive island in the middle of the Mississippi River south of St. Louis, is topically surrounded by water and only accessible by boat. But as severe droughts spread across the Midwest and pushes river levels to record lows, people can now reach the rock formation on foot. The river has dropped low enough that you can walk over to Tower Rock and not get your feet wet or muddy. Missouri resident Jeff, I'm not going to pronounce the last name, told CNN, I only remember being able to do this one other time in my life. Photos taken by Jeff show people hiking across the rocky riverbed to the island tower. A trek posing little risk in the near term, as water levels are expected to continue to drop for at least the next 2 weeks. Tower Rock can be reached on foot when the water level is below 1.5 feet at the Chester, Illinois River Gouge, according to the Missouri Department of Conservation. The gouge dropped to around 0 on Thursday and shows no sign of significant recovery in the forecast. More than 55% out of 100 of the contiguous United States is in drought, according to the U.S. Drought Monitor. I didn't even know we had one of those.
I didn't know either.
Which is the largest area since April. And more than 133 million people live in those drought-stricken areas. The biggest population affected since 2016. Severe drought covers more than 70% out of 100 of Arkansas and nearly 40% out of 100 of Missouri, up to just 5% a month ago. Several locations have seen record low participations over the past few weeks, including Memphis, Fayetteville, Arkansas, and Springfield, Missouri. The forecast from the Climate Prediction Center is dry. Oh, so they're like Carol Channing. Well, this is dry and bare as I am. With below average rainfall in the outlook through at least October 23rd.
Okay.
There is a picture of this rock formation, and holy crap, it looks like something from the cartoon version of Transformers. Tower Rock is part of the Tower Rock Natural Area on the Missouri bank of the Mississippi River. The drought's early autumn expansion in the central U.S. has had a significant impact on the Mississippi River. In Memphis, the river was at its lowest level since 2012. This week, and its third lowest on record. Oops.
Don't worry about it.
My comments.
That was me.
Nope. Hive Science.
Yeah.
Good evening.
Welcome.
This weekend, the river gouge at I can't even pronounce this word. Osceola, Arkansas, set a record low measurement, breaking the previous record set in July of 1988. I was only 11 years old back then. And forecasts indicate the river will further drop this week. Two other nearby gouges also set all-time record lows. Yeah, okay.
I don't know who this is, but okay, refresh. Sorry. Who? Sorry, I don't recognize. Where have we've talked before? Unless it was under a different name.
I'm trying to remember too, but it's been so long. Seems you have gotten some of your tech stuff under control. Yes.
Yes, we have.
Some I do, some I still don't. Trying to do a live video using StreamYard.com and having it connect with YouTube Studio to watch from behind the scenes and everything is still a little off. I still can't get that correct, but I'm still working on it. Anyways, in total, more than 40 river gouges in the Mississippi River Basin are reporting low water levels according to data from the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration. In other words, NOAA, NOAA, which are very, very trustworthy. In our home state of Massachusetts, I became a Skywarn spotter, which is a program up there through Taunton, Massachusetts, through them. I am registered up there. And also the one down in Florida, I'm also registered as a Skywarn spotter down there. And I do keep up with both areas about this. Bailey White, who lives in Tennessee, north. Shut up. It's funny that the freaking speaker on the thing was off, but yet it still played. Bailey White, who lives in Tennessee, north of Memphis, told CNN she has never seen the Mississippi River's water level drop this low. Miss White said she had her family boat on the river a few times a month, but they had a difficult time putting it in on Saturday. Yeah, I would imagine you have a hard time trying to put your boat in.
Hive Science is 3 miles from Mississippi right now. You can see Missouri.
Yeah, and he's only 3 hours away from the Mississippi River right now. um, I've seen the water
Brain
level.
bug?
Yeah.
Okay. Paramike remembers you.
I've seen the water levels drop a little, and I've
Oh, okay. I remember. He's a YouTube producer.
yes,
Now I remember. Okay.
yes. It's been a while since Hive Science has been here.
Yeah.
So
That has to suck.
you have a kayak and you have trouble putting it in? Are you serious?
I am a she. I don't know.
An experienced kayaker should not have to struggle putting a kayak in the water. That's a new one, Hive. That's a new one. Oh my God! But bless your soul, sweetheart, for managing to keep on struggling to put a kayak in the water. I'm not a kayak person. I think those things are dangerous and they look goofy. They look like They look like oversized bananas.
She's one of our subscribers.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I remember you now.
It's just she hasn't been on
Yeah.
for so long, so it's like YouTube's like, we'll give it to this person, but we won't show it on this person. It's ridiculous. Where was I here? Yeah, I mean, she made me lose my spot. Thank you. Where am I here? I'll just go back to it. I've seen the water level drop a little, and I've seen them super high. But I've never seen them this low before, Miss White said. How high does it get?
Put this way, Hive said because the river is low, there is like a few hundred yards of waist deep mud. The water is low.
Yeah. But how high does it really get? I mean, is it like 40, 50, maybe 60,000 feet high? Or is it just an average highness compared to the way it looks like right now? I mean, for that area, there has to be some type of sticks or measuring things around there that tells you how high the water gets and how low it gets. Because I know in our hometown, we have those at the Connecticut River.
Yeah.
And there's like about maybe 4 or 5 miles apart from each setting for how high the water is and how low the water is. I wonder if they have that out there as well, or anywhere.
Maybe. The Mississippi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where am I here? We couldn't even get our small boat on the river. We had to try 5 different docks until we were able to do so. It's a small boat, so it doesn't sit deep in the water. But we definitely had to pay extra attention a few times, or we would have hit some sand. And that usually happens. There's a photo here says, show how the river was contracted away from the banks. The usually mighty Mississippi looks more like a trickle in some areas with dry sand exposed where several feet of water usually flows. And with the way this picture is, I can see a pyramid way in the distance. I see a huge, long bridge that almost looks like a highway with those things over it. You know, like George Washington Bridge has.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at it. I can see the ripples in the sand. and everything, and just a spot of water, and it almost looks like there's a pipe there.
Yeah, Hype said there are depth meters all up and down the river.
That's what they were called. Thank you. I couldn't think of the name.
Heavily travel with barge traffic. What's barge traffic?
Barges are like trash trucks.
Oh,
You can usually see those like in California or something.
oh, okay, yeah,
I think New York also has them too.
I think so too.
I think they have barges that travel on the water and everything. They usually have
Yeah.
trash, and they bring it to like the wastelands or something.
Yeah. New York has those.
The Mississippi River at Memphis, shown here near the Memphis, Arkansas bridge, has slowed to a trickle. It was at its fifth lowest level on record this week and continues to drop, Ms. Bailey said. Yeah, it's really there, and looks like a building fell down. Looks like it's damaged. I hate to see how much it's going to cost to replace that area. Low water levels shown in the Memphis area, Ms. White says. The low water levels come at a crucial time of the year for the transport of crops from the nation's heartland. CNN has previously reported on the Army Corps of Engineers has been dredging portions of the river to keep traffic flowing. How can you keep traffic flowing if the water is like so low and you can just walk across the damn thing?
I don't know.
At a much slower pace, hundreds of barges and vessels have been queuing up, waiting for the all clear to pass through the treacherous low river. At that point, I go with other alternatives.
Maybe.
The Consolidated Grain and Barge Company, which buys, stores, and sells crops for shipping, can usually move grain on barges loaded up to 80,000 bushels, according to David Gilbert, the company's superintendent at its Greenville, Mississippi office. But recently, the low water levels have forced the company to keep the loads far lighter at around 55,000 bushels. Look for other alternatives. And in quotations from Mr. Gilbert, it says, I ain't seen it lower than it is now, he told CNN. We're not loading right now, as he states. Gilbert said instead of shipping their harvest right now, many farmers are just throwing it in their bins and waiting for better conditions, which could still be weeks away. And it keeps going and going and going. It's like the whole story. But if you got all that from farmers, I would look for other alternatives of transporting materials or goods that you can't do on the river anymore.
Yeah.
Because if this keeps going, I feel bad for this company that might go out of business because they can't transport stuff or sell crops to other places. Especially if you're doing like 80,000 bushels a day or a week or a month, but you have to come down to 55,000. I look for other alternatives.
Yeah.
He's having a good dream over here. Uh, should I do this one or do you want to go back?
I'm ready.
Okay, back to Parador.
I'll do a few more of these, then I'll do some herbs, because it's going to be a lot of reading. And
Did we ever finish up the last one?
What?
The last ones we did?
What, the herbs?
Yeah.
I didn't finish the E's.
Okay. The E's.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. We finished the D's on the last one. Okay.
The cruise room in Colorado. Located inside the iconic Oxford Hotel, the cruise room is a slice of classic cocktail culture in downtown Denver. It was founded after the repeal of Prohibition in 1933, making it Denver's longest-running bar. It's well known for its expert preparation of martinis and Manhattans. But the cruise room's ghost, a mysterious postal worker, seems to prefer beer. On multiple counts, bartenders have reported seeing a man walking into the bar wearing an old post office uniform. He orders a beer, mutters, "The children, I have to get the gifts to the children," then appears to drink his beer and leave. When the bartender goes to clear the beer bottle, it's still full. The legend has it that back in the 1930s, there was a postal worker on his way to deliver Christmas presents to Central City, but the gifts were never delivered. That spring, his body was found with all the Christmas gifts still with him. That beer at the cruise room may have been his last. Okay, Laurel's in Louisiana. When Laurel's opened in 2001, the New Orleans French Quarter, its mission was to be more than just a restaurant. Co-owner Denise Greta says that they wanted it to be a venue that excites all the senses. And the restaurant has since lived up to its name with some hair-raising happenings. Book the Ghost Table, which is set each night with bread and wine to appease the spirit of its resident ghost. Pierre Antoine Leperti Jordan, who just might join you for supper. The spooky vibes continue upstairs. In the back corner is the Seance Lounge, which is mysteriously chillier than the rest of the place. Look what you named it. Many diners have experienced such bizarre paranormal activity here that they've emailed or messaged photos of ethereal images to the owners. Regulars and employees alike have witnessed glasses falling off the shelves when no one is around, and wine bottles inexplicably falling out of their storage bins. But it's not just about the ghosts at Morel's. Seriously good eats include the fan favorite crepes, stuffed with goat cheese and topped with a creamy crawfish sauce, or wood grilled double cut pork chop served with a duo of southern sides, including pecan sweet potatoes and greens. If you're dying in October, wash it all down with the Vampire's Kiss, where lemon vodka mingles with a cranberry balsamic reduction that gives it just the right bite. It's better without the balsamic in it. The Horse You Came In On Saloon in Maryland. Why would you name Why would you name a fucking bar the horse you came in on?
After the saying.
The horse you came in on in Maryland, locally known in Baltimore as the Horse, was established in 1775 and is America's oldest continually operating saloon, even during Prohibition. Over the centuries, it become a Fells Point institution known for its live music and lively atmosphere. The energy levels are high, which perhaps explains why floating orbs, believed to be a form of spirit energy, have been spotted at the bar. The most famous ghostly legend is that of writer Edgar Allan Poe. The Horse was the last place he was seen before he mysteriously passed away in 1849. I'd like to see someone explore that one. There have been rumors of his ghost walking down the street on his way to the saloon, and bartenders even used to leave out a glass of cognac for him, though the bar no longer serves it. These days, the bar is known for its house of used spirits such as tequila, in which flavors the jalapeno, pineapple, and strawberry make for a very spirited margarita indeed. This is Maryland, so crab is king. Opt for signature snacks such as crab pretzel, a soft pretzel topped with warm crab dip, or the crab cake sliders. Now I am going to do some herbs. Okay, left off at elm. Love, I've already explained that, but to explain shortly, love spells do not work. What love spells are designed to do is bring back immediate loved ones, as in your relatives, back to you if you have been separated. Love spells are to bring relatives you were separated from that you are close to back to you in more than one way. Protection from lightning.
Bullshit!
Strong correspondence with the elven world. To stop slander, bury elm bark in a box with a piece of paper containing the names of the person who is speaking adversely about you. Also called elven, European elm, or English elm. Endive. Love spells. Sex magic.
I don't think you need a magic for that one.
No, you don't.
Okay, can I go bullshit?
Yeah.
Bullshit.
Epsom salt. Common ingredient in ritual baths and bath salt recipes. And there is our youngest one here. Hi, Patches. Eucalyptus attracts healing vibrations, great for protection and healing satchels, used to purify any space, use dried leaf to stuff healing poppets, pillows, or satchels, arrange a ring of dried leaves around a blue candle, and burn the candle for healing vibrations. Carry in a satchel or amulet to help reconcile difficulties in a relationship, for protection and or to maintain health. Also called blue gum, curly malay, river red gum, muddle maiden's gum, fever tree, or stringy bark tree. Evening primrose. Magical uses include love and attracting fairies. The ones with the wings. Who's use a ritual bath to increase inner beauty and desirability. Also called fever plant, field primrose, king's curel, night willow herb, skirmish, tree primrose or primrose. Eye bright. Carry this herb to increase psychic ability, improve memory, encourage rationality, and increase positive outlook. Carry to bring a humorous and bright outlook when life seems dark and negative. Also called eye bright, euphoria, or casse lunette. False unicorn root. Magical uses include lusty spells and protection for mother and baby. Also called false unicorn, starwort, or Hellenis root. Fennel seed. We know what fennel seed is. People cook with it. Imports strength, vitality, sexual virility, prevents curses, possession, and negative problems. Use the spells for protection, healing, and purification. Provides help and strength when facing danger or dire times. Fennel is thought to increase the strength of one's incarnation. Hang in the windows and doors to ward off evil. Also called large fennel, sweet fennel, wild fennel, fenocchio, carosella, Florence fennel, or fennel seed. What are you doing?
Nothing.
You're doing this.
I'm trying to read something.
Oh. Fenugreek. Used for money drawing and fertility magic. Used in flower washes to bring money to the home. Place in a jar and add a few seeds every day to increase money flow to the household. Also called Greek hay, fenugreek, or fenugreek seed. Fern, mental clarity, cleansing, purification, and dispelling negativity. Keep in room where studying is done to help concentration. Burn a sprig of fern before an exam. Use in satchels and amulets for powerful auroric protection. Feverfew. Protection against accidents and cold and flu. Used in charms and satchels for love magic or spiritual healing. Keep flowers in suitcase or car when traveling. Also called featherfew, rain fern, wild quinine, featherfoil, prairie dock, Missouri snakeroot, flirtwort, or Parthenium febrifuge. Fig, divination, fertility, and love. Place a branch in front of the door before traveling to ensure a safe return. Write a question on a fig leaf. If the leaf dries slowly, the answer is yes. Otherwise, the answer is no. It's also called the common fig. Figwort, magical bombs, house and business blessing, protection for the home. Wear around the neck for health and protection against the evil eye. Flex seed, used for money spells and healing rituals. Mix seeds with red pepper and keep in a box in the home to protect it. Put in a satchel to protect against hostile magic. Place some in shoe or in pocket, wallet, purse, or altar jar, with a few coins to ward off poverty. Sprinkle an infusion made with flaxseed around the area before divination to get a more accurate reading of someone's future. Burn for divinatory powers, also called linseed. Fleabane, exorcism, protection, chastity.
Sounds like a bad itch. Sorry.
Okay. Foxglove, protection from home and garden, vision, and immorality. Used to commune with those of the underworld. Also called fairy caps, dead man's bells, fairy's glove, fox claws, fairy thimbles, witch's bells, folk's glove, or witch's glove. Frangipani.
Excuse me?
Frangipani.
Okay. Sounds like a bad undergarment.
Promoting openness in those around you, attracting love, trust, and admiration. Frankincense resin. Successful ventures, cleansing, purification. Burn for protective work, consecration, and meditation. Used as an offering at Beltane, Lammas, and Yule. Enhances the power of topaz. Use of rituals and magic associated with self-will, self-control, or the ego. Represents the ability of the divine to move into manifestation. Add to charm bags and satchels to bring success. Mix with cumin and burn as incense for powerful protection. Also called frankincense tears or olibanum. Fumitory. Associated with the underworld. Excellent for use at Samhain. Infusion is useful as a wash for consecrating ritual tools. Use in purification rituals when moving into a new residence. Make an infusion, then sprinkle the infusion around the house and rub on the bottom of shoes to bring quick financial gain. Also called earth smoke. galangal root. Magical uses include winning in court. I'm not so sure about that. Doubling money, hex breaking, and sex magic. Burn in incense to remove evil spells and break curses. Carry for protection, to improve psychic abilities and to bring good health. Carry to court to make the judge or jury feel favorably inclined toward you. Not so sure on that one. Wrap money around the root, and it will multiply threefold. Burn vigilantly for 14 days before a court case, saving the ashes and bringing them to court in a green flannel bag for luck. Yeah, if you could get away with that. Also called Low John the Conqueror, Lesser Galaga, Colic Root, Gagout, Qatar Root, India Root, or China Root. Gardenia, which is a flower, promoting peace,
In a
repelling
city
strife.
in the West Coast.
Huh?
In a city in the West Coast.
Yeah. Promoting peace, repelling strife, protection from outside influences. Carry or wear to attract love or friendship. Burn with other healing herbs to bring peace and comfort to one who is ailing. Use dried flowers and healing incenses and mixtures. Scatter around a room to bring peaceful vibrations. Garlic. You cook with it and you can eat it. Magical uses include healing, protection, exorcism, repulsion of vampires. That's a myth. And purification of spaces and objects. Used to evoke Hecate. Guards against negative magic, spirits, and the envy of others. Hang in the home to bring togetherness to the family or keep your willpower strong. Said to ward off bad weather when worn or carried during outside activities. Believed to absorb diseases. Rub fresh, peeled garlic against ailing body parts, then throw the garlic into running water. Also called stinkweed. Gentian. Add an infusion to the bath for power and strength. Geranium.
Flower.
Yep. Overcoming negative thoughts and attitudes, lifting spirits, promoting protection and happiness. Repels insects, balances mind and body. Ginger. You cook with it, you can eat it, you can drink it. Draws adventure and new experiences. Promotes sensuality, sexuality, personal confidence, prosperity, success. Adds to the strength and speed of any mixture of which it is a part. Place an amulet, mojo, or medicine bag to promote good health and protection. Use in herbal mixtures for the consecration of Athames. To strengthen and energize the ritual blade. A ginger root in the form of a human is a very powerful magical token, also called African ginger. Ginkgo biloba.
Ginkgo bilobic. It's how it's said.
Hmm. Aphrodisiac, associated with fertility. Carrier used amulets and charms as a healing herb, useful in ritual healing. The dried nuts represent male fertility. I bet it does. Useful in all creative work. Immerse in water, then remove and keep in the bathroom to gain grace, love, and beauty. Also called maidenhair tree, living fossil, or ginkgo. Ginseng. Magical uses include love, beauty, protection, healing, and lust. Bring the carry to draw love, health, money, and sexual potency. Carve a wish into a whole root and throw it into water to make the wish come true. Also called sang or wonder of the world root. Golden rod. That's what he said.
That's what she enjoyed.
Money divination. Also called Aaron's rod. That's what he said. Woundwort, sweet goldenrod. That's what he said. Solidago, verdor, golden seal. Healing rituals, money spells, success. Beneficial in business dealings and matters of finance. Work into any charm or spell to increase its power. Also called yellow root, orange root, yellow pucone, ground raspberry, eye balm, eye root, Indian paint, yellow paint, golden root, wild turmeric, Indian turmeric, jaundice root, yellow eye, or wamira, or the kitchen sink. Goosegrass, wisdom, tenacity, luck and love, and pleasant dreams. Gorse, associated with love, protection, romance, and weddings. Used to further the romance of a consensual relationship. Protects against negativity and dark magic. Also called Hwin, prickly broom, or furze. Gatu cola, burned prior to but not during meditation. Grape, you eat it. Fertility, money, mental powers, and guarded magic. Grape seed, used for guarded magic and fertility. Grapefruit, you eat it, you can drink it. Cleansing and purification. Gravel root, used to increase the chances of getting a job. Not so sure if anybody's used that. I haven't. It's done during times of distress. Useful as an altar offering, especially during love magic. Burn or strew around the house to relieve disharmony in the home or remove tensions. An infusion of the herb rubbed on an erect member is said to improve male potency. Also called meadowsweet, bride of the meadow, bridewort, little queen, gravelweed, Joe Pye weed, purple boneset, kidney root, trumpet weed, trumpet vine, or meadowsweet. Guinea peppers, or guinea peppers, hexing and cursing, gum Arabic, protection, psychic and spiritual enhancement, money, platonic love, and friendship, used to anoint candles and censers and to consecrate chests and boxes that hold ritual tools. Use in incense to promote a meditative state. Also called acacia or Arabic gum. Hawthorn. Magical uses include chastity, fertility, fairy magic, fishing magic, and rebirth. Also called for success in matters related to career, work, and employment. Place around the bedroom or carry to enforce or maintain chastity or celibacy. Sacred to the fairy, the ones with the wings. Used to decorate maypoles. Used in weddings and hand fastings to increase fertility. Wear while fishing to ensure a good catch. Wear or carry to promote happiness and protect against lightning. Not so sure on that. Keep in a house to repel ghosts and evil spirits. An infusion of the herb used to wash floors while remove negative vibrations. Also called hawthorn, haw, May bush, May tree, May blossom, May flower, quickset, thorn apple tree, white thorn, bread and cheese tree, quick, gazelles, or lady's meat. That's what he said. Hay, pregnancy and fertility.
I don't even have a comment for that one. That just caught me off guard.
Neither do I. That's why I went one.
Holy shit.
Heal all. Uses includes all-purpose healing and successful gambling. Heather. Protection, luck, immortality. Dip in water and sprinkle it around in a circle to bring rain. Carry in satchels or charms to protect against rape and other violent crimes. Hang or use in home decorations to promote peace. Burn with fern to bring rain. Also called ling or Scotch heather. Hey, let me take a breather.
Okie dokie. Take a breather. Go to my other story here. UFO sightings to be studied by former astronaut handpicked by NASA group. The United States Space Agency announced it has selected 16 individuals to participate in the much-awaited study of identified aerial phenomena, or what are more commonly referred to UFOs. The team will kick off the study Monday and is scheduled to spend 9 months reviewing previous observations and determining how to analyze data on future events. The study will not determine if past reports of UFOs were legitimate, but will pave the way for understanding what observations will be needed in future events to better understand the phenomena. How far are they going to go back, I wonder, if it's going to be 9 months of reviewing previous stuff?
Don't know.
I mean, I would go all the way back to the Rockwell one
Mm.
and start from there and work your way up to what we recently saw a while back, where a Navy ship actually caught contents on video of UFOs. I mean, that's just me.
Mm.
But hey, who knows? Who knows what's going to happen with these people? But 9 months seems a little short due to the fact it's going to take a lot longer than 9 months. Exploring the unknown in space and the atmosphere is at the heart of who we are at NASA. Sometimes you guys are good, other times you're not that good. Thomas Z., an associated administrator at NASA, said in a statement, understanding the data we have surrounding unidentified aerial phenomena is critical to helping us draw scientific conclusions about what is happening in our skies. Data is the language of scientists and makes the unexplainable explainable. No, it doesn't. It's just a bunch of metaphors. I mean, there may be people out there that are really smart into this stuff that will understand the metaphors that you people say. And there's other ones that don't understand it, but yet you never realize, oh, we need to talk a little bit more perfect English to where they understand what we're talking about when we use metaphors or scientific big ass words that nobody understands what the fuck it means. I mean, when Parallel was doing her thing, I was on the regular YouTube and I was checking out Hive's page on YouTube and I was like, holy crap, I was blown away. She actually also talks about what I'm reading here on her page. So I subscribed and clicked all the notification bells to see her. Let's see. And they also have a video of what we saw throughout social media and everything and on the news stations about this. But I can't play the video, unfortunately. There was a woman named Kelly Scott, or Scott Kelly. Probably a gentleman. Kelly has long believed that UFOs sightings from Earth are not any type of alien-related event, but told Fox News in 2018 that there is likely life beyond Earth. I think there is a possibility life in the universe, hopefully intelligent life, but I don't think they visit planet Earth, Kelly said. Well, if there's aliens out there, they're probably a lot of hell of an intelligent than what we are down here. We got a bunch of morons. And of course, since Mr. Kelly went on Fox News, you can't believe those people. NASA has brought together some of the world's leading scientists, data and artificial intelligence practitioners, aerospace safety experts, all with a specific charge, which is to tell us how to apply the full focus of science and data to UAPs. Evan stated, the findings will be released to the public in conjunction with NASA's principles of transparency, openness, and scientific integrity. National Choir is wait to be seen. NASA believes studying identified objects is essential for both air safety and national security. Air safety, I would agree with, but national security? I'm on the fence on that one. The agency said without having access to needed data, it is nearly impossible to verify a sighting and determine what's behind the mystery. The independent group is only one part of several ongoing missions that are consistently working to find signs of life in the universe. The group's independent findings are not expected to be released before mid-2023. So mid-2023, that's a toss-up between March, April, May, June, July, August?
Maybe.
I can't wait to see that, but yeah, we're going to have to wait to mid-year of 2023 when they release all this stuff. But I would love to see NASA and these specialists, as I want to call them, try to debunk the video that's been out there on national news networks, social media, and the soldiers that were on that ship that caught UFOs. I would like to see them use that information with their findings and whatnots. Outside of everything else that they've been doing, saying there's a radio wave in space coming from somewhere to Earth and we can pick it up.
Mm-hmm.
Or there's a new black hole that just opened up, but yet it's sending a radio signal through it to Earth and we're picking it up.
I don't know.
That could be underneath alien intelligent life or UFOs. That I like to see. Let's see where else. Do this one here. Police officer stunned by activity in a haunted house. Any law enforcement official, whether they're city, county, state, government, will tell you that responding to house calls can bring variety of bizarre results or variety of bizarre results. Sometimes the strangest noises a resident might hear in their own home is indeed the result of an intruder. House might be settling. A critter from the outside probably dug a hole and got in. It could be anything. And in that case, the policeman come in handy. Not so much.
No.
Because I'm going to say this right here. Some officers may believe in the paranormal.
Yep.
Others, no. If you work with a fellow officer and you believe in the paranormal, but your partner or your fellow officer, or whoever in the same precinct does not believe in it, they're going to call you fucking crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Because they're going to keep denying that, oh, no, there's no haunted houses. There's not this. There's not this. No. You're fucking crazy. I say, you're fucking crazy for not believing in it, but I'll take the paranormal officer any day of the week.
Yeah.
And put them on this show.
Oh, yeah.
Or I would like to see body cam footage of the officer that does believe in haunted houses and the paranormal, and the person that he works with calls him a fucking idiot, to go there and body cam record all the stuff and then try to debunk it. I would love to see that type of video.
Yeah, me too.
I would like to have that officer that believes in the paranormal on this show. And the other one that calls him a fucking idiot, come on the show and try to debunk your partner's findings. Because I know somewhere in all these precincts, they now have body cam videos attached to them.
Yeah.
Dash cams in their car that can catch everything outside. I would love to see those videos and see if I hear anything, and if I can debunk something or say, holy shit, this cop caught shit. And his partner's camera caught it, but he's still denying it. I would love that. That'd be awesome. But occasionally it is nothing more than an animal in the attic, a cranky boiler. I didn't know boilers could become cranky.
I need it.
That's a new one. In the basement, or even a figment of the caller's imagination. That last part, I wonder. In this case, however, it appears to be the police officer who is seeing something unexpected, a possible ghost, thief, apparition, who knows, standing right at the door. Now, what type of door? We don't know. We don't know if it's a back door, front door, indoor, or something. Nobody knows. But there is a video. Can't show it here, guys. A police officer still in his car is filming the exterior of what looks to be a house under construction. The facade and landscaping appears unfinished, and the house itself seems empty. There are, however, a few lights on inside, and there also appears to be a strange, silent figure standing watch by the door. That doesn't make sense.
No, don't.
As the cop rolls his car forward, the figure vanishes, then reappears again. So what is going on here? Is it a ghost? Not so much. The disappearing, reappearing figure is most likely nothing more than a reflection from a nearby streetlight, which would explain both its stillness and why it flickers in and out of existence as the cop changes positions on the street. The term pareidolia refers to the tendency in the human brain to create visual patterns out of random arrangements. When you see a figure in the clouds or a face in the grill, headlights of a car, you can thank your pattern searching brain. That doesn't even make fucking sense. What the hell? When someone looks at the interplays of shadows in the reflection of a dark window and sees a person standing there, it's not a signal.
No.
It's just his mind making sense out of noise. I'm sorry. But if you see something and it disappears and then reappears again, the thought process in your brain, you'd be like, did I just see that and it disappeared, but it popped up somewhere else? And you're in a different position, but the house is still under construction with only a few lights in it.
Mm.
And then you got to throw in a fucking street light. Is there a street light near this house that's unfinished? Or are you just using the lights from your vehicle to shine through the thing?
Could be the lights shining through.
I mean, I would love to see, well, due to the fact that it's a video, I would actually love to see this camera footage from his cruiser and his body camera for this. Because if you have an unfurnished home that has maybe a couple of walls up and the rest of it still open to nature, I would say, okay, what is going on here? Let me do some more investigation. If there's nothing there, but you keep seeing the thing appear and disappear and reappear again, I would find maybe foot tracks or something. Try to debunk what you're seeing, if it's an apparition or if it's a human, before coming all the way down to what I just read and said, this, you're giving us more questions and you are coming up with your own goofy answers. So that's it for that story.
Okay. Save your last one. I've got a few more I can do.
Well, the other two was, we're going to talk about Black Adam, but that's okay.
Heliotrope, cheerfulness, gaiety, prosperity, and protection. Use of rituals of drawing down the sun or in magical workings requiring strengthening the solar aspects of the self. Placed under the pillow to induce prophetic dreams. It is said that if you sleep with fresh heliotrope under your pillow, you will dream of the person has stolen from your home. Also called turd soul or cherry pie.
Yummy. Cherry pie so good.
Hamlock. Used to paralyze the situation. Note, do not consume. Now, why is that?
It's poisonous?
Yes. Highly poisonous. Do not eat it. henbane. Dried leaves are used to the consecration of ceremonial vessels, used in love satchels and charms to gain the love of the person desired. It doesn't do anything.
Uh-oh.
Great, I have to hear that in my headset.
Well, when I review the video, I'm going to have to make sure I debunk that.
He's dry heaving.
It's not even hot here.
Betty, go get some water. I don't think he's had any water today.
When I do audio playback, I have to remember to remove that sound.
Also called hawk's beam, devil's eye, hen bells, or sakran. Henna attracts love if worn close to the heart. Wear to ward off the evil eye and provide protection from illnesses. Also great for temporary tattooing and hair coloring. Hibiscus, attracting love and lust, divination and dreams. Carry in a satchel or burn as incense to attract love. Also called harkadi. Hickory, legal matters, love, lust, and protection. High John, an all-purpose herb. The uses of High John include strength, confidence, conquering any situation, obtaining success, winning at gambling, luck, money, love, protection, health, and protection. Useful in all ritual work pertaining to prosperity. Wash hands in an infusion of the herb before playing games of chance. Also called High John the Conqueror, or Jalap Root. Holly. Marriage, dream magic, love, and luck. Planted around the outside of the home for protection. Used as a decoration at Yule. When carried by men, is thought to strengthen masculinity. Also called tinny, bat's wing, hulm, holverbush, or home chased. Hollyhock. Increase success in the material world, increase flow of money, or acquire new possessions. Grow near the home to help success of the family flourish. Honey, you eat it. It's in bath oils, shampoos, conditioners, bath soap, lotion.
It's a good thing I make sure that there's no honey in what I buy, because I'm allergic to it.
For attraction and solar magic, honeysuckle.
He's got to throw in his 2 cents again.
Draws money, success, and quick abundance. Aids persuasiveness and confidence. Sharpens intuition. Green candles with honeysuckle flowers, or use honeysuckle in charms and satchels to attract money. Crush the flowers and rub into the forehead to enhance psychic powers. Also called woodbane, jin yin hua, Dutch honeysuckle, or goat's leaf. Hops.
You can find that in beer.
Relaxing and sleep producing. A fantastic herb for dream pillows. Believed to increase the restfulness and serenity of sleep. Also used for healing rituals, satchels, and incense. Also called beer flower or hop flower. Horbound. Sacred to Horus, protective, helps with mental clarity of during ritual, stimulates creativity, inspiration, balances personal energies, excellent for use in home blessings, placed near doorways to keep trouble away, also called white warhound, murabium, or bugleweed. Horseshoe chestnut. Magical workings include money and healing, also called buckeye. Hyacinth. Promotes peace of mind and peaceful sleep. Attracts love, luck, and good fortune. Named for Hyacinthos, Greek god of homosexual love. This is the patron herb for gay men. Guards against nightmares when used as an oil, burned as incense, or included in dream pillows. Carry an amulet or satchel to ease grief or the pain of childbirth. Hydrogenia.
Since you said there was oil and an incense,
Yeah.
that has to be like a special thing you have to find on the internet just to buy.
Yeah, it is.
Does it work in like the paranormal field as well, or is that something totally different?
I don't know. Possible something different. Something like that. I've heard of it, but I don't know. I don't know.
Okay.
It's a possibility. It could be for either or.
Okay.
Hex breaking, love drawing, bringing back a lover, fidelity and binding. Hyssop. The most widely used purification herb in magic. Lightens vibrations that promote spiritual opening. Used for cleansing and purification. Said to protect property against burglars and trespassers. Used to consecrate magical tools or items made of tin. The best herb for physical cleansing of washing the temple. Ritual tools of oneself. Bath magic. Add to baths and satchels. Infuse and sprinkle on objects, people, for cleansing or hang in the home to purge it of evil and negativity. Also called yasup or yasupo. Indigo weed. Protection. Also called baptiza. Iris. Attracts wisdom, courage, and faith. Use fresh iris flower to purify an area. Represents a belief in happy reincarnation. Symbolizes faith, wisdom, and valor. Useful for consecrating ritual of wands. Used in rituals designed for baby blessings. Irish moss. An excellent luck herb. Carry or place under rugs to increase luck and ensure steady flow of money. Carry on trips for protection and safety. Use to stuff luck or money poppets. Add to lock oil to increase its strength. An excellent gambler's herb. I don't know. Sprinkle an infusion of the herb around the business to bring in customers. Iron wand. No, wait. Iron weed. Carry in a purple flannel bag for control over others, including boss and coworkers. Not recommended. Remember the law of threes. I don't have to deal with that. Not with the way I was taught. Ivy, protection, healing, fertility, and love. Hang an ivy plant in front of the home to repel negative influence and discourage unwanted guests. Mix in a satchel of holly as a wedding gift to provide protection to the newly married couple. Place ground ivy around the base of the of a yellow candle on a Tuesday. Then burn the candle to discover who, if anyone, is working negative magic against you. Jamaican ginger, gambling luck, jasmine. Uses include snakebite and divination, good for charging quartz crystals. Use in satchels and spells to draw spiritual love and attract a soulmate. Carry or burn the flowers to draw wealth and money. Use in dream pillows to induce sleep, or burn in the burn in the bedroom to bring prophetic dreams. Helps to promote new, innovative ideas. Also called Pikaki, Yasmin, Jessamine, or Moonlight on the Grave. Jezebel root. Spell used for spells and castings for money and achievement. Also used to place curses and hexes. Job's tears. Luck in finding employment, wishes, and blessings. Used in counts of 3 or 7 in charm and mojo bags to attract luck, wishes, and money. Carrying 3 will assist in finding a good job. Count out 7 seeds while concentrating on a wish. Then carry the seeds with you at all times for 7 days. The wish should come true by the end of the week. Sip.
Bullshit or not bullshit?
I don't know.
So basically 50-50.
Yeah.
Okay.
Juniper. Banishes all things injurious to good health. Attracts good, healthy energies and love. Juniper berries can be carried by males to increase potency. Use a string of juniper berries to attract love. Burn for magical protection. Place a sprig of juniper near the door to a home or with valuables to help safeguard against theft. But keeping doors locked works too. Use juniper oil in magical workings to increase money and prosperity. Also called juniper berries, Junipero, Enebro, or Quack holder. Kava kava. Uses include aphrodisiac, potent sacramental drink, potions induces visions, astral work, travel protection, carry for success, and job promotion. Also called Ava pepper, or intoxicating pepper. Not weed. Binding spells, health, and cursing. Cola nut. Peace, removing depression, and calming. And that's what I'm going to do for this time.
Yeah, the last one was funny. That last one was funny. That's all I gotta say. That was funny as hell. And of course, our little one having to throw his 2 cents in, and then your baby decided to dry heave.
Yeah.
Brought him out to the water dish. He just looked at me, and as I walked away, and came back in here, and all you heard, I'm like, dude, go get some water. Lays down, and now he's nowhere near me. But I guess that will do it for the show.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. Thanks for joining us. We want to say thank you to our moderator. We want to say thank you to Hive Science, which is a YouTube producer. Great to see her again.
Yeah.
And since I did forget she was a YouTube producer, hopefully I can contact her and see if she can give me some hints or details on how to get the StreamYard live video to work perfectly on YouTube, on our channel, so we don't have seconds delay behind the things. I also want to say thank you to Michael and to Aaron on our Facebook page for giving us a like and love and everything. That will do it for us tonight.
Yep.
Hope you guys enjoyed the Halloween show. I've been monitoring the YouTube studio over here on one computer, the StreamYard studio here on the podcast laptop, and over here, the Facebook Live on my little tablet and everything. And I don't know, when can we do 66? Until I lay here for the calendar.
We can do it next Saturday.
The 12th?
Yeah, why not?
Okay. Shut that off. Goofy late. All right, so episode 66 will be on Saturday, the 12th of this month. And I will work on a new intro for that. And I will put on the other song that you like from Unlap and everything. And hopefully it doesn't take me 8 hours like the last one, like this one did. Because it's tough trying to come up with different intro themes for this podcast show and everything. And this one I was not expecting it to do 8 hours worth of work. Because I'm kind of good, but I'm not that good. And I want to say thank you to Hive Science saying that, you know, my technical stuff is getting under control. Not by much. But I'm working on it. So thanks for joining. Thanks you guys for popping in. Our moderator, Hive Science. Michael for the like on Facebook. And Aaron, the love that she gave us.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll be able to find our handle on our Facebook page. Once I change it, you'll see it on our Facebook page as well. The Facebook. Yeah, you'll see that. You'll also see it here on YouTube on our channel, which will be totally changed for the URL. And I will also have a link on our website for it as well.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll be good. And I will try to put put it each time I do a new episode of video intros, and I will have it up there so you guys know about it. Also, please help our YouTube channel out a lot more. We only have 10 subscribers. We need 990 more subscribers to the show. And hopefully soon my second channel will be coming together as well, if I ever can get to that project. And I will also include that one in the intros of this show so you guys know about the other show that I do. So thanks a lot. Have a good evening. Be safe and everything. And we will see you on the 12th of November at the same exact time, 5 o'clock p.m.
Yep.
Good night.
Bye.
Cut my life